All right, this is it. Another live here. Great Kosher Restaurants Facebook Live. What's going on? We are going to get Stuart on in a couple of minutes. Just want to welcome everyone for coming on. Thank you. We're going to be talking about Pesach, which is in 2 weeks. Crazy enough. We're going to be answering all the guest questions that people have that are coming onto the VIP Kosher Pesach at the Paradisus in Playa Del Carmen, Mexico, in, again, just a couple of weeks. So we're going to ask Stuart, who's going to be coming on. We just let him know that we are on. We are on. Okay. All right. So, hey, Norman. All right. Now we got a lot of people coming on. That's awesome. Okay. So let's wait for Stuart. I'm going to invite him. All right, let me send Stuart a link. This way we can make sure he gets on. All right, so we've got a lot of people who are going to the program. Hey, Dove is going on the program. All right, so let's do this. All right, Stuart, let's see where you are. Is everyone excited for Pesach? Whether you're going away or not, I'm sure it's an exciting time. And it could be stressful for a lot of people, but it is certainly a nice time to spend with family and friends. And all right, so just send Stuart the invite link. All right, cool. We got a lot of people coming on. All right, well, it's been a long day. I was in 5 towns today. There we go. Stuart, bring them on camera. Okay, add. Best. All right. Stuart is coming on. It's always like a few seconds, it's always funny, like you're just staring at a phone. So waiting for them to come on. All right, let's adding. All right, here we go.
Okay.
All right, let's there's that beautiful face.
There we go.
All right. You see me going perfect. All right, how's the Wi-Fi is good? There you go. All right.
Wi-Fi is excellent.
All right, so we are both in the States right now. You're going, I'm sure, very soon, but in 2 weeks from now, most of us are going to be packing, ready to go, probably on Tuesday, and we're very excited. 2 weeks away, baby.
Absolutely, so are we.
So you've been working on this for how long?
This has been a long project. We started after last Passover.
Right, and you've probably been, again, you've been doing this for many years. Pesach, but when did you want to do a Pesach program like this? This is probably one of the nicest, if not the nicest Pesach program that's ever been done. And I'm not just saying that because
I had a dream and I woke up and I said that we wanted to do the best Pesach program ever, to do something that was never done before. So why duplicate what everyone else is doing? Why duplicate and replicate what we've done in the past? We always have to improve, and we always have to come out with a product that is much better and much more unique than anyone else. And that's how we came up with the project of finding a location that can host that many restaurants, be able to offer different cuisines, be able to offer kitniot at the same time, which was something I always wanted to do, and be able to basically be like one program, Achenu Kol Beit Yisrael, where we have everybody together. And I was blessed to cater an event last night with Naftali Bennett, the ex-prime minister of Israel, was speaking, and he spoke about that. And that was one of the things. He spoke excellent, and it was really amazing. And he touched on the fact of what's going on in Israel today and how we have so much divisiveness and people are splitting on 2 sides, and how everyone has to start meeting in the middle ground and getting together. And I spoke to him after, and I said, I really appreciate what you said, and I'm planning on doing that in the Pesach program, where we have Sephardic people, we have many types of Sephardic people, we have Ashkenaz people, and we can all be together in one program. We've got people that are a little more religious, people that are less religious, and everybody can coexist and work together because, as Naftali Bennett said, at the end of the day, we're still all Jewish people together.
Absolutely. All right. The program is almost 100% sold out, so we don't have to really sell it anymore. Thank God we have a lot of people coming and who are going to be very excited. So let's get right to some of the hard-hitting questions. that people are excited about. Coming from my background in the restaurant industry, this is ideal. This is the ideal, perfect Pesach program full of restaurants. So everyone is excited about the whole restaurant idea. 14 different restaurants.
Actually, 16.
16. Okay. So 16 restaurants. Is that including the buffets?
That's including the buffets.
Yeah. So there we go. So I want to, right now we have a lot of people who just came on. So a lot of people who are interested. Tell us, for those that are going to get the app, right? The whole idea is that you have this 14 restaurants plus 2 buffets, 16 different options that you can go to. I want people to understand that you can only be able to make a reservation at about 4 or 5. Everything else is going to be open.
Right. What we've done, and we've sent out an email that people should have received already, which explains it. It explains all the open seating restaurants. We have many, many open seating restaurants, and one of them, that's a buffet in the morning for breakfast, Aqua Marina, is also a open seating restaurant with a menu, and it's kind of a hybrid restaurant. So that restaurant is going to have a huge salad bar and appetizing bar when you come in. So you can right away get some salad, you can get appetizers and sit down. And then there'll be a menu, and it's really a dynamic and fantastic menu. It's a dairy fish restaurant, which will be open for lunch and dinner. And it's huge. It will seat probably about 400 to 500 guests, give or take, based on the tables and the setups. So when you look at the times that we have all the restaurants open, and divide the amount of seating, people don't really have to panic. I know that we get a lot of calls from people thinking, well, if I don't book a certain time, I'm not going to get it. And I know that it's very hard, even for myself, to decide tomorrow night, do I really want to eat Italian? Do I want to eat Chinese? Do I really want to have sushi? And I think that there's no reason to overthink it. There are so many spaces. If you're blessed that you're going to be eating kitniot. We have 2 great kitniot restaurants that are buffet, so we can accommodate quite a bit of people. One of the kitniot restaurants, the Middle Eastern one, is going to accommodate, again, 5 to 550 people. And if you look at a dinner time, and you look at the time from 6 p.m. to 11 p.m., look at all the slots, so it's really almost 4 slots that people can eat in and going in and out. So times 500, you're looking at 2,000 seats just available in one restaurant. So
okay,
there's so much, and you've got the Persian restaurant as well, if you eat kitniot, plus all the other buffets, plus all the other restaurants, that there's really nothing to worry about. And we want people to book if they want to book in one of the specialty restaurants that needs a reservation. But if you decide to go to a buffet because it's great, your friends are going, you have a good time, please cancel. Do not abuse the app, because we have to take care of all of our guests, and it's not fair to someone else who might want that time slot. So even if you decided an hour before to change, go and cancel. You can go to the reservation desk in the lobby. If you have a concierge, you can speak to the concierge and they'll cancel for you, change it. So that way it opens it up for other guests that might want to take a different time slot.
right. So I want people to realize it's like a regular restaurant that you would make reservations for in Florida, New York. It's just at a Pesach program. So if you're going to be late more than 15 minutes, you might lose your reservation.
Absolutely, because it's not fair to the people that are after you. And also, if you're going to book for a large group and you say that I'm booking for 18 people and you only have 5 people that come down to dinner that night, then the app and the app manager, and there's reservation people that are following this and watching it, then they're going to cancel your other reservations out, because they're going to assume that you're going to do that all along, because it's not fair. Just, it's like hoarding. There's no reason to hoard. There's no need to do it. There's so many spaces. There's so many restaurants. There's so much time. In a typical ballroom program, breakfast is usually from 8 to 10. Our breakfast is from 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. So you have a much longer span for breakfast in all the places, and tons of seating, and there's plenty of space. If you need a table of 40, they can put a table of 40 together for you. it's not a problem. What we've asked the hotel to do is in every restaurant to have two people that all they're going to do is moving tables. So should we need to put tables together for larger tables, they're not going to serve drinks. They're not going to take an order. They're not going to do anything but that. So they're just available to handle that. So it will not take a long time to get that done. So you really don't have to worry about that you're not going to have somewhere to eat.
All right.
There are so many places to
I
eat.
think the most important thing is that people should be respectful. This goes for anything, but the most important is we need your cooperation. The guests, we want everyone to have a great time. You're going to have a great time. Don't take advantage of the system. It's there. It's working when everyone is working together. So if you're going to cancel or if you're not going to show up or you're going to come late, it's going to mess things up for everyone. So please be respectful. It's the most important thing I can say to everyone watching who are coming. Let the system work. It's work. This is a hotel that holds 4,000 people, and so they know how to handle a large crowd.
Right, I just saw some questions come up. I want to address two of them real fast.
Yeah, there's a lot of questions, by the way.
I know. I just saw a pop up, but one of them was about Seder's. You do not make reservations for Seder's. You don't make reservations for Friday night dinner. We will assign you for the Seder's and Friday night dinner, so they will not be available for reservations. And that's not something to worry about. Someone else was worried about snacks for kids. We do have mini bars in all the rooms. The mini bars are going to be stocked once daily. So if you eat everything that's in the mini bar, then your next step is to go to one of the tea rooms and you can get plenty of snacks in one of the tea rooms. And remember, we have all-day pizza, all-day sushi in Club Gavi, so it's never that far. You can always get something to eat over there. All of the restaurants have kids' menus. All of the open seating restaurants, and there are so many of them, you can go anywhere to get something really fast, even if it's just a plate of French fries.
Okay,
it's always available.
There are a lot of questions. I want to try to get to all of them because these are all our guests that are coming, and so it's important that we answer them. So I'm going to ask you a couple of questions, 30 seconds or less. All right?
Let's
see if you can do it. All right. This is probably obviously this is very important. So if you want to take a little bit more than 30 seconds, safety. Someone wants to know if you can comment on the safety. I can vouch for the safety myself, Stuart, if you allow me for a second.
I can vouch for the safety. First of all, it's very simple. Cancun is probably the safest place for Americans in the world. And looking what happened in a border town when someone went to buy drugs, and Mexico, and those people had records. If you read into it, they had drug records, arrest records in the past. It's like saying, I'm not going to go to Miami because someone got mugged in New York. So Cancun is very safe. I go out to eat every night in the kosher restaurants when I'm there during the year. We wear our yarmulkes all over. We're sitting out in front. Everyone is comfortable. Even the Chabads, unlike Europe, where the Chabads are hiding behind buildings and they don't want to be seen, the Chabads are out in the open over here. They're welcoming, and it's extremely safe. And again, if you look for trouble, you'll find trouble. If you don't, it's Cancun is a tourist. Playa del Carmen and Cancun is built on tourism.
Right.
I think there's over 500 hotels or even more, and if there's probably one new hotel opening every 3 weeks.
Right. So I can vouch for the safety because I've been to the program. And first of all, the gate is like 4 minutes from the actual hotel. So it's way in the front. So anyone who's coming has to show ID, has to show a passport, has to match. When I came, my English name is Adam. When I came to the program, my name was written Elon. They wouldn't let me in. It took me about 5-10 minutes to explain. So the safety, the security is very tight at the program.
It's extremely tight, and to just justify on that, we are not allowing anybody onto the property that does not have a valid government ID. So anyone that's bringing a nanny with them, those nannies have passports. If the baby, and we're using a babysitting company that is licensed and bonded, the nanny company. So all of those nannies are licensed, bonded. They've got government issued ID that the hotel has. So every person that is going through the front of that hotel is identified. So we know everyone that's on property. Nobody is coming on property without that.
Right. We take it very seriously, and you'll all be extremely, extremely secure on property. We have the entire property, so it's all for the guests.
That's a big thing. We do have the whole hotel, so you're not mixing with outside guests. You don't have to worry about it. Your kids are running around with other Jewish kids. They're running around with kids that they saw in camp. It's very safe and very secure.
All right, let's get back to that 30 seconds. You ready, Stuart?
Go ahead.
Let's get it. Will there be pickleball and tennis?
Yes, there will be pickleball, no tennis.
Okay, no tennis.
No tennis, pickleball. We decided to put all the efforts into pickleball because it's much more popular than tennis.
It is. It's crazy. Okay. Do reservations have max per table?
Yes, I think the max per table is about 50 or 45, something like that.
That should be fine.
We tried to be reasonable because anything over that is a little unreasonable because even at those numbers, you're not going to be able to talk to anyone except for right across from you or the left or the right.
All right. Will there be ping pong, board games, or other games?
Yes, there is ping pong outside in multiple areas in the hotel. There are ping pong tables. And I think we have probably over 250 board games that we purchased.
Okay. The restaurant reservations is only for Chol Hamoed?
Restaurant reservations start on Tuesday when you arrive, so you can book them for Tuesday, and they're for every day except for Seder nights and Friday night. And for Shabbos lunch, you're just going to go to the buffets because we're doing buffets all over for Shabbos lunch.
Okay, and again, everything is on the app. If you are a paid guest, full paid, by the way, you will get the app. You'll be able to make reservations on the app, and you'll be able to see and navigate. It's very easy. I know that you mentioned that, if you are not paid, that there is someone that's going to go through the app and will remove you until you are full paid.
You have to remake your reservation. So what happens is that there are a lot of people that have just booked recently, and any bills that are outstanding, they will not. If you do go on the app and make a reservation, it will bounce your reservation out.
That's only fair. For those who are fully committed and paid, they get first priority on reservations, and so make sure, please, to take care of your bill. It's 2 weeks away.
It's also to block someone that that says that they're coming. They might not end up coming. They just may have booked a few days ago. They don't end up coming, and then they book space.
Right.
So until they're fully paid, then they're not a guest in the hotel.
All right. The open seating places have slots for times also.
No,
isn't it?
Open seating is from the time that they open till the time that they close, and there's tons of space. So they're all large restaurants.
These are the buffets.
Those are buffets.
And restaurants.
Right, except for Aqua Marina, which is a buffet in the morning for breakfast. It's one of the breakfast buffets. It's a very large restaurant. And then for lunch and dinner, it's a dairy fish restaurant that is a hybrid. So you're going to have your salad bar and appetizing bar when you come in, be able to grab food right away, be able to eat, and then you can order off the menu, order your entrees, order your desserts. So service will be faster over there as well. And it's got a ton of seating, and it's open for lunch and dinner as a seafood fish restaurant that's dairy. Okay,
so again, yes, you can walk in, open seating during the times allotted for breakfast, lunch, or dinner.
Correct.
Okay. Will there be sushi with rice in any of the restaurants?
Yes, there will be in the Persian Kitnyot restaurant. There will be sushi with rice.
Right, and there will be sushi without rice in all the other restaurants.
All over, including the all-day sushi bars made with quinoa.
Amazing. Now, again, all the guests who are fully paid have gotten an email with all the menus of the restaurants with reservations. They look fantastic, the menus. They are fully, creative, designed, It's really like a restaurant in Manhattan. It's not just, burgers and fries. It's ceviche, and it's Mexican, and it's Italian, and it's really beautiful what you've done. Okay.
Thank you. We've put a lot of effort into it and a lot of time into it, and we modified as we went along because obviously products that manufacturers tell us in November that they're going to produce for Passover, as we get into reality time when they start shipping, many times either they didn't make the product or manufacture it, or it's coming from Israel and the production started too late and it's not going to make it in time to go to a program out of the country. So
Okay.
we've been monitoring it, and all of our menus are current, up to date, and they're really fantastic.
All right. What's the app? It's the hotel app.
No,
It's
it's a special app that was designed just for Passover. Malia done it just for Passover. We're going to release it, God willing, tomorrow. We just wanted to get the questions and answers through so that we can reiterate, please don't worry, don't get nervous, don't feel that you have to book every second of your life, because we know it's hard. I know, at least for me, I don't know Thursday night what I really want to eat and what time do I really want to eat. So don't sweat it. Don't get nervous. Don't worry about it. There's plenty of food. The buffets are amazing. There's going to be lamb on the buffets. There's going to be all kinds of beef. There's going to be filet of beef. You're not going to go hungry. You're not going to be aggravated that you went to a buffet. You probably will be happier that you go to a buffet. You go up, you get what you want, as much of it as you want, when you want it. So it's fantastic. It's nothing to worry about.
Sounds like so much fun. All right, let's get to some more questions. What type of breakfast will there be? I'm sure there'll be omelet stations and all the
There's
different.
a huge menu for breakfast. There's about 40 different cheeses, about 15 or 18 types of yogurt. We have a matzo brie station where we do savory matzo brie, and we do sweet matzo brie. There's omelet stations. There's French toast. There's pancakes. There's all kinds of other dishes. There's quiches. There'll be hard-boiled eggs. There'll be salad available then. So it's quite an extensive breakfast.
All right, so there's a lot of questions about reservations. Again, there are
You do not
16.
make reservations for breakfast. You do not need, it's open seating. They'll put the tables together. Most of the time, it's very rare that a family of 25 are going to all walk and want to eat at the same time. Some are going to go to the Hashkama minyan. They may want to eat prior to that. They may want to eat right after the minyan. Some might want to eat before the other minyan.
So will there be again? So again, speaking of breakfast, so will there be the same breakfast in all the different restaurants?
Yes, it's identical. Breakfast is identical everywhere. And
Okay, so you can go wherever there's an
no
open
kidney
seating.
or breakfast. No kidney or breakfast. So breakfast is identical everywhere.
Okay, and again, to reiterate, there are restaurants that require reservations. Most don't require.
Most don't. So all your breakfast restaurants do not require reservations.
Okay. Can you talk about the pool service and the room service and poolside
Yes.
food?
So we have room service. So let's say you decide to change your kids for dinner, or you're going upstairs, or they're cranky, and you can just order. If you don't want to go to one of the restaurants and grab something for your kids, you can just order room service for your kids. So that's a very big bonus. That has never been done before for
I know. I
Pesach.
can't believe you're doing that, by the way.
It's just, again, another bonus. We're trying to attain a level that will be hard for others to copy. We innovate, and we want to make sure that we can attain a certain culinary level to satisfy everyone, as there are different people, different needs, and some people will need the room service, some don't. And obviously, if you don't need room service, don't order it just to have it, because and waste it, because also, like any hotel room service, it does take a little bit of time based on the orders that come in. So if at 5 o'clock 200 orders come in, no different than anywhere else, it's going to take a little longer. If there's 20 orders in, it's going to be a lot shorter.
Right.
So if you really need room service, take it. But you've got restaurants all over. You can feed your kids in so many different places,
Good
even
point.
at the beach.
Yeah.
And don't forget, you're at the pool. You're at the beach. You've got waiter service all over.
Right. By the way, there's going to be a WhatsApp group for all the guests, which is going to be an admin only, where the program is going to be updating you with schedules, with updates, with announcements. So they're going to be sending out an email with the link. Please join the WhatsApp chat, and you'll get a lot of information that way. Talk a little bit about the poolside food as well.
Poolside food. So you've got tremendous menus at all the pools and the beach. You've got great food. The menus, you've got Caesar salad, you've got a regular salad, you've got seared chicken breast, a regular grilled chicken breast. You've got the hot dog, you've got the hamburger. I think we're doing, I'm not going to say the word corn dogs. We're going to say waffle dog.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't say corn dog, even though it emulates a corn dog. We may do some chicken and waffles sometimes, but you also have shish kebabs there. So, and they're not kidding you. So you're going to have a kefta kebab, you're going to have a steak kebab, you're going to have a chicken breast kebab, and you're going to have a pargiyot dark meat chicken kebab. You're going to have French fries. So there's a huge menu. You can have anything you want on salad, without salad, any way you like it. So it's quite extensive, and you have a choice of sitting on your pool chair and eating it at your pool chair, or actually getting up if you want to sit at a table and going to sit at one of those restaurants and eat at a table. So you don't have to feel that you have to get dressed back up again and go inside just because you want to eat lunch.
That's what we call freedom. Huh? That's it.
And bars. And by the way, we didn't touch on the bars. We have poolside bars, we have swim up bars, there's bars all over. You can get cocktails, you can get drinks. We've got Kosher for Pesach rum, which I think this is one of the first years that it's been out. Besides all the great tequilas, vodka, all the drinks, you need a pina colada, you need something else, you want a tequila tasting. We have craft cocktails that we're doing. Each one will feature different craft cocktails. And we do have Froscato. So that will be available all over. We'll be passing Froscato all over.
Nice.
We'll be passing different
frozen
paletas. I think we have about 25 flavors of paletas, little mini pops that will be passed around at the pools and the beaches and just in the lobby, just all over. Besides at the tea room, just at any given time, somebody's going to come around and offer it, and we'll just rotate different flavors.
What are the hours of the poolside service?
So the poolside service is, I think, from when they open at lunch. I think it's at noon or 11. It might even be 11 for drinks, and the rest and the food is when the restaurant's open. So the bars open at 9 a.m. typically.
But the food probably like 11
food kicks in based on the hours of the restaurant, because the pool servers are getting your food for you from the respective restaurants that are near those pools.
And when does it end?
It ends at 6 p.m.
Okay, perfect. All right, so again, and there's no children's dinner.
No, it's not needed, because why do you want to have to conform to a certain time? Children's dinner is always stressful. Parents are rushing. They want to make sure that they get their kids dinner. Otherwise, they're afraid their kids won't get fed. Here, there's no stress. Eat when you want. Eat where you want. There's kids' food all over. And if you're taking your kid to the room, they want a nap, just order room service, and you've got it. No reason.
And order early. Order 3 o'clock if you want it for 5 o'clock. Don't wait till 4:45.
Right. You can order room service for advance. You can place an order and say, I'd like a 5 p.m. delivery. So that is possible, which is a very good point.
Amazing. All right. A lot of questions. I have a question about the beach, by the way. I saw, and by the way, there's an email that's being sent out for transportation. So, it's really important that you fill that out. We have to know where your flights are, when they're coming, what day. That's when they also ask you about who do you want to sit with on the Seders. There was a question about that. So please, any email that's being sent
out. By the way, there's a question. Don't pass up. So a lot of people have passed up on questions. If you pass up on the questions, it makes it much harder for us to accommodate you if you have special orders or special needs. So when we talk about the different types of charoset, There's a reason, because we have Ashkenaz Charoset, we have Syrian Charoset, and we have Persian Charoset. So it's important for us to know, if you don't specify, you might just get one of them. You might get, so we'll assume. We'll make an assumption based on your name. So you might be happy, you might not. So we do ask those questions. Please answer them. They are very important. And also for the charters, I know that some people have been speaking and little questions about the charters. I spoke to charter broker operator tonight, and we discussed that we're going to do a WhatsApp for each charter, because the charter, we get the slots about 7 to 10 days out. So we'll, besides sending out an email, because sometimes your emails go to spam, some people don't see them, we'll have everyone on a chat, and all the information will be on the chat. So that way you'll know what terminal to go to, if the time was adjusted, things like that, because this holds true with any charter, and obviously with all the Passover programs in Cancun and everybody doing charters, and besides all the other charters coming in, charters is not a regular scheduled airline. So the airport authority does assign the slots. It may adjust. So if there's a charter that is at 7 a.m., it could be adjusted to 7:30, and it could be adjusted to 6:30, just because Cancun Airport is going to control that.
Okay. Again, important to just look at your emails, look at the WhatsApp chats that we're going to be putting out. So information is important just to be able to be updated. By the way, this is our most popular and most watched Facebook Live, by the way, Stuart. You should know we have a lot of people on. A lot of people are interested. And by the way, I have to give you a lot of credit. We were the first ones to do these live videos back many, many months ago. And it looks like a lot of people have been doing it since.
Absolutely.
But,
and as I said, we innovate, and others imitate. So we're always looking at how we can raise the level of service to our clients and our guests, how we can provide and exceed their expectations. We want to create the best Passover program that ever has been and ever will be, so that we can continuously build on it and each year make it even better. Tea room is amazing. All the different snacks, all the different things we've got. I saw today on a video, truck came in with probably 15 pallets or 20 pallets of chips, because between the tea room, between all the rooms that you're going to have chips and snacks in your rooms, you're going to have soft drinks in your rooms. And I'm not going to tell you something that you're going to have a surprise when you get to the hotel and see the soft drinks. We did special production runs with various soft drinks, which nobody else has done ever, ever, ever. So to have individual cans and small bottles in the various types of soft drinks, nobody has it but us.
awesome. All right, let's get some more questions really quickly. Do we need to bring our own Haggadahs?
No, unless you want your own Haggadah, we are providing a Haggadah. We're providing a standard traditional Haggadah. If you prefer your own Haggadahs, you're more than welcome to bring them.
Okay. Do we take possession of matzah before Chag? By the way, what is the situation with shmura matzah and your regular matzah, and how much you get, and who? Tell me a little bit about that.
When you say possession, the matzah's in the hotel already. So matzah was direct imported from Israel. We have hand shmura matzah, round shmura matzah for all the seders and beyond, and then regular shmura matzah as well.
Okay, so that's important. Are there babysitters available?
There is an app for the nannies, and I can't answer for them, because again, that could change by the minute. And you can click the link, and you can deal with the nanny service. They're wonderful. I just want to let you know that they are committed to having 6 people on property to manage the nanny service for you. So they're going to make sure. They're also transporting the nannies to the hotel, and obviously transporting them home at night. They're going to make sure that the nannies are dispatched to the rooms properly. They're going to have a desk for last minute changes. Anything you need, they're going to be managing it. So it's wonderful to have. We're giving them 6 rooms so that they can sleep at the hotel and not have to come get stuck in traffic. So those 6 people that are managing the nanny desk is very important for us. The same with the tour desk that Amstar is doing as well.
We're losing so many questions. A lot of people are asking all these questions and they're getting pushed. I'm trying to remember what it was that someone even asked. But all right. By the way, I want to ask about the beach. I saw there was a co-ed, there was a men's and a women's. Tell me a little bit about that.
Okay, so again, we're trying to accommodate everybody. So there are some people, as we said it before, there are some people in families that are a little more religious than others, and they prefer a male beach or a female beach. And then we have a huge co-ed beach. So we asked the question, and it's not because you have to go to that beach. We ask a question specifically, will you be attending the male beach, the female beach, or the co-ed beach? And the reason is, I don't want to put 40 chairs on the male beach if I need 10, and I don't want to put 10 chairs if I need 40. So we want to accommodate everybody. You're not forced to go there, but please answer the questions so that we can accommodate you properly.
All right, there's a ton of questions. Wow, you guys are really, really interested. Yoga, is there yoga? Spa?
Yes, there's yoga. There's a fantastic spa. The spa is available. You can make reservations at the spa as you want right now. We've sent out the links already.
All right. Again, the name of the app. How do we get it? You're going to get an email if you are a paid guest, where you'll be able to make reservations from this app. It will be emailed to you.
And that's just for the restaurants. That has nothing to do with anything else. We've emailed out all the links to make reservations for tours, for trips. We've emailed for the babysitting already has gone out, and for the spa.
Okay. Are there any items to get delivered from Walmart nearby or other stores?
Yes, you can. They do have Amazon in Mexico, and it works, so you can get Amazon.
Oh, wow.
You can get deliveries. You have to just figure it out, set it up. Unfortunately, they don't have Instacart in Mexico, but they do have companies similar to Instacart in Mexico that I'm sure you can download their app. I just don't know if they're in English. They may only be in Spanish, but I do know that you can get Amazon and you can get deliveries. And
okay.
By the way, you can grab a cab and you can go to Walmart, you can go to Costco, you can go to all these places. I did take a quick tour that they do exist, and they are extensive, and they carry everything that you want. So it's not, I've been to Walmart, I've been to Costco, and I've been to a couple of the local Mexican superstores that have everything. And I just did it as a tour to make sure if we needed something to see what's available, what they stock, what they have, just in case. And it's extensive. It's just like being in the United States.
By the way, we have, again, over 120 questions. We're going to answer them afterwards. So if we didn't get to your question now, we'll answer it so everyone who watches it afterwards be able to hear the answer. So don't worry if your question was not answered live. Is there going to be a washer and dryer?
No. There is, the hotel does offer, like any 5-star hotel, typically washers and dryers are in motels. You don't find that in really upscale hotels. So in a 5-star resort, the hotel does offer laundry service. And I know that there are many, many small laundry services in town. What I found that I do is I just bring quite a bit of extra clothing and extra things because it's less expensive to buy it, own it, than to send it out and clean it in a hotel environment. And that's any hotel in the world that you go to, you're going to pay a lot more to launder it than you are to buy it.
Good question that just came up. Is the bottled water from the States or from Mexico?
No, the bottled water is from Mexico.
But it's bottled water.
It's bottled water. It's in beautiful. There's plastic bottles, by the bars and other places in the room. They're beautiful, nice glass bottles, and they're all extremely safe.
Right. Again, the water is bottled, so it's whatever you want to call it, reverse osmosis and filtered and
it's purified. It's purified water. So whatever you're drinking is purified water. It's purified spring water. It's all totally safe. Again, there are, I think I read on Facebook in a chat that I belong to about Cancun, that I think this year so far, they're up to about 5 million Americans that have visited Cancun Airport. They said that Cancun is one of the busiest airports in the world. It's the second busiest airport in Mexico after Mexico City because of all the tourism. So it is very safe and it's not a problem.
Right. Okay. Let's see. What type of meat will there be? Meat buffets. What type of meat will there be?
Oh, there's huge menus and it rotates all the time and it's different. We don't have time to go through all the menus. But you're going to have all the different meats available. They're going to rotate. You'll have your corned beef and your pastrami. And don't forget, we have Ari White, who's going to be smoking fresh for us. So we're going to be smoking veal, and we're going to be smoking lamb, and we're going to be smoking beef and turkeys and chicken and just everything. We'll be smoking our own fish.
Do you provide candles for lighting? I'm sure they do.
Absolutely, and it's all done in one area where there'll be people watching it with fire extinguishers to make sure that it's all done in a safe environment. Please do not light candles in your room.
Exactly. Is there dairy being served at poolside?
No.
Okay, it's a good question. Good answer. Are there theme nights?
Every restaurant is a theme. Everyone is different. So unlike where you're in one ballroom that looks the same and the same chairs and everything the same, you're going to be changing. So every restaurant you go to is going into a different theme. These are magnificent restaurants that are gorgeous. The setups are different. So it's like going to a different theme all the time. So there's no need for theme.
10 seconds.
But we do have tons of entertainment. So on a typical night, besides the main show, there will be at least 2 to 4 other forms of entertainment going on at the same time. So should you decide that you're going to Modi, but you walk out of the restaurant, you're in the lounge, and you hear a 70s group, and it's nice, and you stop for a minute, cocktail waitress brings you some cocktails, you're sitting down, you're enjoying it, you're going to have a great time, relax, enjoy it.
What time will the entertainment begin on Chol Hamoed? Someone's asking.
9:30 at night.
Okay. And again, you can eat before, during, after.
Before, during, after, but don't forget, we have nightclub going on. We have a hookah lounge going on. There's going to be entertainment at the hookah lounge. So every night at the hookah lounge, there's a singer that's entertaining. We've got tremendous DJs. Some of the most famous DJs that are going to be performing in the nightclub. Besides everything else that's going on, there is so much. We also have surprise entertainment for you on Yontif nights, so that if you love to go to lectures, speeches, things like that, we have it for you. But if you're looking for something a little more avant-garde, a little more modern, different, we have that as well. So we will be able to engage many different people on many different levels.
All right. Talk about the hookah. Someone wants to know, will there be hookah still, and will it be poolside or beachside?
No, the hookah is going to be at a hookah lounge, and it's going to be every night available, except for obviously Friday night.
Okay. After dinner, what's there to do?
After dinner, there's lots of entertainment. There's programming. So if it's on Yontif night, there's programming, there's entertainment and things like that. Once it's Chol Hamoed, there's major shows and major things going on. We're going to have mixers. I don't want to release some of the things that we have planned, especially in advance, because we don't want people to copy us and other programs to have it, because we innovate, and you'll be surprised.
Right. Mavushal wine?
Yes. All the wine that's being served by the servers are mavushal, and then the non-mavushal wines will be with Jay Buxbaum in all of the wine tastings, where he will release unique and different wines.
Is the gym open every day? Yeah, you're going to need it.
Gym is open every day. You can go whenever you want to the gym.
All this is a question I know you've gotten. What are the meal options for people arriving on Monday before meal service starts?
Okay, everyone was advised that Monday is a day that there is no food service. It's on every invoice, and everyone was told when they booked that Monday, we did not charge the guests. We gave them a free day to come if they want, so they got the flights less expensive and cheaper. Monday is the day when we're still working and preparing and doing it. So you can go into town, you can go to the different restaurants, you could check Uber, but I do suggest that you do plan well for that because we will not have any of the restaurants open on Monday. And it was advised from the beginning on every invoice, and it was told straight from the beginning.
I've been to Playa. There are many restaurants there to visit. Call them up, see if you need reservations. But again, Playa is a beautiful town. It's a small town. I've walked with my kids at night with a yarmulke. It's a safe town, by the way, right on the street. It's a lot of culture, souvenir shopping. There's a lot to do at night. I also want to get to excursions.
We go out at night with our yarmulkes all the time and meet other people with yarmulkes in Playa all the time. Very safe, no problem. Great restaurants. We sit outside in the restaurants, out to the street with our yarmulkes. Wonderful. But I do expect on Monday that it's going to be a zoo.
Right, true. Will we get confirmation of airport transportation for arrival? Where to meet?
Yes, so what's going to happen is shortly, once we get all of the forms filled out, unfortunately, a lot of people still owe us those travel information forms, so that we don't want to do it piecemeal because that's how mistakes are made by constantly changing and sending the transportation company. We are using the largest transportation company in the Caribbean and Mexico, Amstar. They will be wearing VIP Kosher Tours shirts. They will be out as soon as you get past the people trying to sell you timeshares. When you walk out, just ignore them. You go straight out. You look for Amstar. You look for VIP. There'll be signs, and they will have your names. So again, it's all going by what we have on the JOT form. It's very important that you fill out those forms because if your invoice and the JOT forms has 5 people, they're going to take you for 5 people. If you show up with 6 people, they will reject you.
Okay.
So it's going to be exactly for security purposes. It's exactly what is sent, what matches the invoice. Everything is being checked and double checked and matched up. And that way we don't have anybody coming that is not on the list and has been fully cleared. So there is no one coming to our hotel that is not pre-registered for the hotel. They will not get on the bus at the airport. So that's very important that your lists and everything, that's again, another security issue that we want to make sure. So if your family is 4 people and that's what was on there, 4 people will go on. There won't be a 5th. Look at that, and they will not allow that family to come on the bus if there's a discrepancy. So it's very important to make sure that everything's filled out properly.
By the way, you guys are blowing me away with questions. There's over 174. This is going to be fun. This is definitely a Jewish program. Okay, talk about excursions.
We sent out an email with excursions that through Amstar. You can book excursions any way you like. You could book it through different places. If you book through the link that we sent, Amstar is having people on property that are going to manage it. So if the driver is late, there's an issue, there's something, they're going to be there, they're going to manage it. If you book off through someone else, and you can, and there's no problem with it, just be aware that they will not manage it for you. So if there is an issue, you're on your own. If the driver didn't show up, if he claims he showed up and left, or anything like that, nobody is there checking and saying, Mr. Cohen, the van is waiting for you. So that's the difference between booking through the link that we sent out. They're on the hotel property to manage it.
Okay. Again, do your research. And there's a lot of, by the way, if people want to know where to go, again, the link has it. Eshkerei, I went with my family. It's a lot of fun. To Tulum, You can go to Shell Ha. There's a lot of cool stuff. All right. Will there be newspapers? That's a good question. I like newspapers.
No.
Okay. You'll have to get it on your
You have
phone.
to get it on your phone. Everything is digital today.
All right. All right. All right. I guess on Shabbos we'll have to relax and not know what's going on in the world.
I think what we may have to do is we're going to try and see, but I don't know if it's possible to get it. I think Shabbos without the Jewish press is kind of a New York thing that you grow up on. We'll see if we can manage to get some over. I don't know if it's possible.
Okay. This is a good question. I know what you're going to say. Do we have to reserve pool chairs?
No, you have to reserve day beds. So if you want day beds, which are those wonderful tiki huts, those need to be reserved. We still have day beds left, so we do advise you to reserve them if you'd like them.
How can we reserve them, by the way?
You send an email to info@vipkoshertours.com and let us know your name, let us know who you are, let us know your invoice number that you already have, and that you would like to add day beds, and be specific, because the faster we can do it for you, if we have to keep on asking you questions and go back and forth, you might miss out on the day beds that are left. So be specific and say, I want a day bed for the full time, I want it for this day. Be very specific when you tell us what you want, so we can send you out the invoice and we can get it done for you.
So someone's asking, when will we receive the
By
program?
the way, pool chairs. So there is about 2.4 pool and beach chairs per person. They're all going to be set up. You're going to come out. They're going to be towels on them already. So you're just going to be able to go. You're not going to have to run with a towel card to a towel booth and try to get towels and stick them on the chairs. We have people that do that every morning. They're going to be setting up all those chairs. Now, if you come down at 6 a.m., it might not be ready at 6, but it might be ready by 7:30 or 8 a.m. The pool chairs will be ready for you.
All right. So they want to know, when will they receive the program schedule so they can plan what time to make dinner reservations?
So the program schedule, there is multiple things. I could just tell you that davening, candle lighting is approximately between 6:45 to 7. So you want to figure that davening in the evening is about 7. Davening, depending on who's davening, what kind of minyan and where, davening can be 45 minutes, could be a little longer. So if you want to eat after davening, it'll be after 8. If you want to eat prior to davening, we start at 6 p.m. You can eat prior to davening. Show times are at 9:30. There's entertainment. There's lots of things going on, and you don't have to worry. There are things going on all the time. So
they're going to receive the program schedule usually when they arrive. That's what most.
Yes,
right.
When they arrive.
But again, things change the day before.
Things change all the time. We add speakers all the time. There are people that are keep on emailing us and telling us that they're on the program. They'd like to speak. Can you put us in? We want to be. They're offering their services to speak, and every time we do that, we now have to rearrange the schedule, change it. So it's a little fluid. And typically, in all the years at the Arizona Biltmore, we always, when you arrived, you got a booklet that was printed. We're printing it in Mexico last minute, and it will have everything that you need.
But the app will be able to guide them where, when to.
Restaurants only. The app is for restaurants.
Exactly. It's all about the reservations and restaurants. Someone wants to know, early Shabbos possible, including meals?
No.
Okay.
No,
Yeah, because
I mean, the restaurants will be open at 6 o'clock, so yes, you can. I shouldn't say that. I can't tell you about the minyan because I don't know if there'll be enough people, and I don't know if they'll have the time to set up an early minyan for early Shabbos. Typically, we've never really done early Shabbos on Pesach programs, but because the restaurants will be open, if you wanted to eat earlier, yes, you could.
Okay. So a lot of specific questions that, by the way, we can answer after the live, because I'm not going to get through, all these. Do we get a say in location of the daybed?
You can request, because I can't tell you what's available. That availability changes by the minute. I don't know if someone's booking day beds right now and where they're booking it. So obviously you get a say based on what's available.
So Ishai Rebo is at 9:30.
Ishai Rebo is going to be later.
Right, so that's the last.
Rebo is going to be about 10:30.
Can we tell them when Ishai Rebo is coming on?
You can? I don't know. I think.
Well, you'll find
I
out.
think it should be a surprise. I'll find out. Look at the tape that we sent out. Ishai Rebo
True.
made.
He made. Yeah, he said where. This is a good question, which I know again what you're going to say. If we have families staying nearby, is there a way to get them passes to visit for the day?
Absolutely not. We are not taking any guests in on the property for multiple reasons, and one of the reasons is that we want our guests to enjoy the facilities and foremost, and not have other people that are not on the full program to impede your enjoyment of the property.
Will there be baby food available for infants?
Baby food was ordered, and I don't know if it's making it. It has not come in yet. So it might make it. There is a truck that is leaving from New York, I think next week, and it's going to encompass many different Pesach programs that are in the area. Our importer is doing it because there are products that just have not shown up yet, that were not available. Baby food is one of them. We ordered baby food, did not come in yet. If it comes in, it makes it on the truck, we'll have it. Otherwise, there's plenty of food at all the buffets. There's plenty of soft food. There's yogurts. There's so much to have.
Will you be able to mash your bananas and your sweet potatoes?
You'll have mashed sweet potatoes anyway. You'll have regular mashed potatoes. The carrots can be cooked extra for you, and you could mash them. It's not a problem.
By the way, again, and we're going back to restaurants. You can ask. This is the beauty of restaurants: is you're going to a restaurant. You can ask for a medium rare. You can ask for well done. You can ask for, anything you want. This is the beauty of restaurants.
Right. So you could say, can you take the vegetables and overcook it for me so that we can smash it up for my.
Okay. This is good questions. If the flight is delayed, does the company keep track, or do we have to relay that information?
No. That's why we ask you for your flight information, and that's why it's extremely important, because that's the only way that they're going to have a vehicle for you. There is no crystal ball. If we don't have that information, they won't be able to track your flight. They also won't be able to have a vehicle waiting for you because they won't know you're coming in on that specific day and that specific flight, because there are 3 or 4 terminals at Cancun Airport, and not every flight comes into the same terminal. So they track it, they know the terminals, they know where to have and position their vehicles based on the information you give us, which is your flight number and the amount of guests, all of that.
All right. By the way, I should say who's asking. Richie from, I don't know, New York. It says, if we are flying with 20 people, is it a private transportation or with the rest of the program?
So the answer to that is they're dispatching vehicles based on how the people come out, and they know, and the flights. So if the flight has 75 or 80 people on the flight, there might be multiple buses there for that flight. If the flight has 15 people on it, they may have 2 vans and split them up between 2 vans based on the families. So they know you by your family segment. So they don't only look at the flight, they look at, and that's why it's important that you filled out the forms properly. They look at the family group. So they're not going to break up a family group. They're not going to say there's only 40 people on this bus, so half your family goes on this bus, half goes on that. No, it's not happening. They're going to send you as a family group, and they will decide based on the transportation that is available, because do remember that there are flights coming in all the time, all day. People are arriving at all different times of the day. The transportation has to go to the hotel. They come back. They rotate the transportation. And there might be a traffic accident that happens. So if one or two vehicles or a big bus is held up, they may have to break people up into vans and send them out in other types of vehicles. And that's just a normal course that happens on a daily basis.
But again, people have to be patient. If there's a little bit of a delay, people have to just be respectful and calm. And there'll be a WhatsApp chat that will update people for whatever reason. But again, a lot of it's common sense. You guys are tracking the flights, you're tracking who's coming, so it should be pretty good. This is a good question. People had. Ariella asks that multiple families are on one invoice. Can we book reservations separately?
Yes, you can. So that's why you have to use your invoice number, because the invoice number tells the app and the managers of the app and the reservation people how many people you are. So if you have 20 people on your invoice, you can book one person in one restaurant, 3 in the next restaurant, 8 in another restaurant, and so on, up until the 20 people for a meal period.
Okay. Sounds very sophisticated. Teen activities at night. Will there be teen? I know there's single stuff and teen. Talk about that.
There will be activities there will be kids activities, teen activities. We want to engage them. There'll be things going on from the sports camp. Alyssa has prepared many, many different programs, and we want to engage the kids. We want them to have a great time. We want them to be with their friends. If they just want to hang, they can go wherever they want. The property is huge. It's nice. You're not going to feel stuffed. There's many areas that people can just chill, relax, and enjoy themselves and have a wonderful time.
What if we are traveling with heavy with kids and bagging? Will there be space in the van, in the bus, in the car?
Yes, they expect that, but you just have to know one thing, and that is Cancun Airport. It has nothing to do with anybody else. That you cannot get help with your luggage until you get past the customs area. They are not allowed to touch your luggage until you get past the customs area. And they do have, I know that I looked into it for myself because I'm going with 3 suitcases myself. And I'm going to have to schlep all 3 suitcases because even on a VIP service, they're not allowed to take it up. They're not allowed to touch it till you hit customs. And then once you get through customs, then you get out, the Amstar people will take the luggage and help you and assist you to the vehicles, load the luggage on. As soon as you come to the hotel, it's unloaded. The bellmen are there. They're going to take your name and they're going to give you a tag, just like in any hotel, and the luggage will end up in your suite.
Okay. Can you discuss the day camp? Do most families send their kids to the camp? How safe it is? What do the kids do there?
So there are tremendous shows going on, the tremendous activities. There are all kinds of things going on in the camp. There's a sports camp. There's a day camp. I do encourage you to have your kids participate in it. If they like, if they would rather be with you, that's okay as well. There's enough areas. There's enough pools. There's enough space. So you don't have to have your kids in camp. Your kids can try camp. There's tons of activities for the kids that are age appropriate for the groups.
Okay. All right. Again, we're over an hour. So we have over 200 questions, probably half of them that we can get to offline if you want to wrap it up. Again, we'll answer a lot of these questions on this Facebook post. It's not the video is not going away. We're going to answer it. You can keep asking questions on this thread, and we'll answer it.
I saw somebody asked about basketball courts. Of course, we're going to have basketball courts, and we have sports camp.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of stuff to do. That's for sure.
And by the way, if you go on our website, please check out the website. You're going to find answers to a lot of the questions that you're asking based on the website. We've listed all the scholars. We've added scholars and rabbis and other people as well, and we keep on adding. But you see a lot of all your answers are there. Omer Markush, who's running the sports camp, he's not just a coach from a school that's doing this. He runs sports camps during the year. That's what he does. She's a professional operator of sports camp. The sports camps are going to be engaging, wonderful. They're going to be great for kids that want it. Alyssa is extremely talented. She does a great job, and you can look up her bio, look up everything. The camps are going to be great, engaging your children. So there is lots to do. Just check the website. You're going to find most of the answers that you're looking for on the website. It'll be much faster for you.
Okay. So again, we're going to continue the conversation offline. Keep asking your questions. There's going to be a link for the app. There's going to be a link for the WhatsApp group that we're going to do. Again, the website has a lot of information. So people, this is ask your questions now. This way you're all prepared. We'll try to answer each one. And, we're excited.
I see somebody asked, can we check in? I'm seeing a lot of, can we check into the hotel early to avoid issues with heavy traffic? When you say early, whenever your flight arrives, your room is ready. So it's not like a regular hotel where you have a situation and they say that the room is not ready until 4 o'clock because check-in starts at 4 o'clock. The day you arrive, whether you arrive on Monday, whether you arrive on Tuesday or on Wednesday, your room is waiting for you. So once the check-in process is complete, your room is ready. You can go right to the room. There is no wait. There is no issues.
Okay. All right. Perfect. All right. So, Stuart, I just want to thank you for being probably one of the most hands-on operators I've ever seen on a Pesach program. And we haven't even started yet.
We haven't started, and I think we might even do another Q&A. I'm going to be.
You're right. You're going to be there. No, we lost you. I don't know. All right. Well, this is probably a good time to now cut it. But Stuart, thank you very much. We're going to answer all the. Can you hear me, by the way? But I can't hear you. No, I can't hear you. All right. You might have muted yourself by accident. So we're going to go. Again, we're going to answer. Keep your questions coming, and we'll answer each one. And we're excited to spend Pesach with all of you in Paradise, here in Paradisus, Playa del Carmen, Mexico, in just 2 weeks.
Oh, there you go. It came on. I think it came on. So I plan on being in Cancun as of tomorrow, and we can do another one of these from the hotel. So if we need to show you anything or do it, we're going to do our best to keep you informed of everything. We are hands-on. A lot of us are going to be at the hotel already, and we will be dealing with many of the different aspects of the program on an ongoing basis, on a daily basis.
All right, awesome. All right, Stuart, thank you for your time. Thank you, everyone who tuned in. This was amazing. This was fantastic. Can't believe that so many people popped on and are asking questions. So it means that they're really excited and they're ready. And so are we.
We are excited to welcome you to the VIP Kosher Tours family.
Awesome.
Passover. It's all one big family. Remember, Naftali Bennett said it last night. He said it great. It was amazing. We are all one. And no matter what, no matter which way you daven, no matter if you go to which beach or what you do, it's all about we respect each other. Everyone works it out. Everybody is all together. We're going to have a fantastic Pesach, and we're all going to enjoy ourselves.
I want everyone dancing when the music comes on. Everyone's dancing. We're all holding hands. We're all arm in arm. We're going to have a good time during the Seder. We're going to be singing throughout all the Seders. We're really, for Achdus, we're really excited to have a wonderful Pesach. And Am Yisrael Chai, that's what it's about, spending time with family and friends.
Absolutely. And we look forward to being the facilitator to be able to bring everybody together into one big happy family. We're all here to have a great time. We're all here to respect each other. Everybody has different customs, and that's okay. That's what the world is all about. Everyone can go do what they want to do, and yet we're all together. We can daven, we can pray, we can daven in different minions, whatever, and have a fantastic Pesach as one great happy family.
Beautiful. All right. Looking forward.
Same here.
Signing off.
See you in
Thanks.
Playa del Carmen.
See you in paradise.
Yep, in paradise.
See you later.